Have you ever had a moment at work where you and a colleague just weren't on the same page and then it made collaboration difficult? A situation where your efforts were undermined and this made things hard for you with other colleagues and even with your seniors? Well, I've been there and I'd like to share with you today three ways to handle these situations gracefully without losing your cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lizzie. I'm a doctor, and on this channel, we'll be talking about medicine, lifestyle, and filmmaking. If from time to time you see me looking down, just know I'm looking at my iPad. Okay, I made some notes. I'm new to this YouTube business, so bear with me. Okay, yeah, we're all set. So, for context, I'm a doctor, and thus I work at a hospital. Yeah. And in my team, I am the only girl. So, for context, I am a doctor and thus I work at a hospital. I am the only girl in my team. I try and put in my best. But I know people see work differently, and that applies to any workplace. Now, I like to say this upfront. I work with wonderful and hardworking people, but I know, especially in healthcare, where the stress, the heavy workload, the underpayment can make could make anyone get out of character. But still, we should all try not to let our frustrations spill onto our colleagues, onto our teammates. I'd also like to emphasize that um, I'm aware that at every workplace we have different categories of people. We have introverts and extroverts. We have high achievers and steady workers. We have people who are more vocal about their achievements and those who are just quieter. I fall into the category of silent achievers and introverts. And if you've listened to enough corporate advice, you would know that this is not very advisable. And I've recently come to understand why, and you will too very soon. Here's the story. Recently, a hospital organized this big event that kept our department really busy, and in my team, I was assigned at the last minute to take care of some tasks to make sure that the event goes on smoothly. Um, while the event is still ongoing, we have ward activities that still need to be attended to, right? Um, during this period, I guess my colleagues felt overwhelmed, especially one of them, and assumed that I was slacking and passed a comment, which I really did not appreciate. And we had a heated exchange, if I may say. Am I proud of how I handled it? Not so much, but here are three things I've learned, and I hope everyone could learn from my experience. So I try to group them into three broad categories for one, for everyone in general, because this misunderstanding, I would call it a misunderstanding, could happen to anyone, to colleagues, to family members, to friends, to lovers, to anyone. So let's start with one. So I would say, in general, before jumping to conclusions, you should communicate first. You should not just assume in a certain field of work. We call that fact checking. You should always check your facts. So, a simple, polite conversations can prevent things from escalating. So, please and please and please communicate first. And then for the second lesson or second advice, I would direct this towards the person who feels undermined or who feels criticized. Um, being at the receiving end of criticism is feels usually unfair, and I'd like you to take a pause, breathe in, don't react based on those emotions, and come try and understand why someone would say or believe something like that and explain your side clearly, because often people don't see the full picture of what you are doing. So just explain your side, and that could also clarify a lot of misunderstandings. Yeah. And my final one would be for the teammate that feels overwhelmed. If you feel like a teammate isn't pulling their weight, just remember that things aren't always what they seem. They may be performing tasks you are not aware of, or they may be going through challenges you do not know about. So instead of labeling them, you know, giving them names and all of that, reach out to them out of curiosity and clarify that. So whether you are the one being misunderstood, the one doing the judging, or just caught in the middle, these three lessons can make collaboration easier and keep the workplace healthier for everyone. If you have ever been in a similar situation, how did you handle it? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to learn from you too.